me literally before every look swatching some shades to see which ones I want to use. Today we're doing a copper look. I think this one is the most copper one. The others are quite gold. This should have been the last part of the makeup for brown eyes, so if you have brown eyes, try out this look. It's really suitable, especially if you have a little bit of orange in your brown eyes. That would look beautiful on you. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start with my eyes. I really want to get glam today, like really do a very glam look. I did a lot of creative graphic looks lately, so today I just want to be glam. I'm applying a little bit of concealer to serve as a base. Okay, I washed some brushes. This is the Warrior by Juvia's Place, and I'm gonna start with a brown, medium brown shade. This one right here, really beautiful warm tone brown. And this is a Morphe M507 brush. And I'm gonna place this in my outer corner and I'm going to extend it in my crease. But I want the main concentration to be in my outer corner. It looks a little bit different than it does in the pan, but it's beautiful. It has kind of a yellow tint to it. So after I place down the pigment, I can start buffing this into my crease. Doing little circular motions, blending this into my crease. Here in my outer corner I'm doing kind of like a wiping motion to extend it, even though I'm going to extend a little bit more after I do my face, because I'm going to apply foundation here and it's probably going to be ruined somehow. Let's apply the shimmer. Okay, I think I'm going to go for... Damn it. Such a fine line between copper and gold. I think I'm going to mix these two shades here, this one and this one. I'm just going to use my finger, because the shimmers look the most vibrant when they're applied with the finger. Or you can also use a wet brush if you have long nails like me and you're struggling. But yeah, I can manage. This is a little bit more gold than I expected, so I'm taking a little bit more of this to turn it a little bit more coppery. And yeah, that's the vibe I was going for. Now I can take my brush and really buff the edges. I'm gonna use the same fluffy brush and take this darkest shade of the palette, because I really want to intensify my outer corner. I don't know if I want to do a wing liner. I'm gonna think about it. I'm just going to place it right here, kind of like on the outer third of my eye. And I'm stamping it to place down the pigment. And after I place it down, I'm just going to wipe my brush a little bit and start doing circular motions to blend it. Just picking up a little bit more to intensify again. Now I'm going to need a clean, fluffy brush and just blend everything here and extending again a little bit. Okay, let's do a liner. Here I have my Essence 20 Forever ink liner. I hope this will last me enough to do both of my eyes, because it's almost finished, but we'll see. I'll switch to another one if I need to. So I'm going to start from my outer corner. By the way, I do have a tutorial, in-depth tutorial on eyeliner. Just going to link it somewhere on the screen. Basically, I just keep my eyes open and that's all. I'm just tracing the liner however I want. Usually I'm doing kind of like a half liner just in my outer corner. Oh, it's so cloudy outside. I just hope that the sun will shine when I want to take my pictures. I do love my pictures more in natural lighting than artificial one. How was that so simple today though? I did not expect that. Actually, it took me half a minute. I'm just doing it a little bit more extended though. I had to make it a little bit thicker, because obviously this side was not as easy as this one. I do have a pretty nice liner with its not so pretty brother. Moving on to the face makeup, let's mix my regular primers. The Makeup Forever Dullness Eraser Primer. I'm applying this mostly on the sides of my face. And in the center of my face, I'm just going to apply this Beauty Blender Leveler Primer. I don't know why I'm shaking it, because it's so dense. That shaking does nothing to it. Just applying it mainly in my pores area, just pressing it in. I think I'm going to apply falsies today. I need to mentally prepare for that. Applying falsies just stresses me out. This is the Fenty Hydrating Longwear Foundation as usual. Something that I need to finish. It's not that I love it so much. I just I'm not wearing this product outside, so I'll use it whenever I film a video. And I'll be using my Real Techniques sponge. Just picking up the excess product. Start blending this. Oh no, not on my lips, please. I hate the feeling of foundation on my lips. Bringing it down my neck a little bit. Even though the shade matches pretty good. I'm going to apply a little bit of this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I still have a little bit of product left in this. I'm applying it mainly in the inner portion, but I really want my under eyes to be covered. Especially for a glam look like this, I really want the base to look clean and glam and just perfect. I'm gonna let the concealer sit there for a while, especially this formula is a little bit wet. So I'm going to let it dry, so also it provides a little bit more coverage. Okay, that had plenty of time to sit. I took a break, so I blended it off camera. Okay, moving on to the cream contour. As usual, I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation. And I'm going to apply it with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Coating my brush into the product so it kind of spreads evenly on the brush. And applying it high under my cheekbone. And on the edges of my forehead. This look is going to be pretty bronzy, so I'm going to apply powder bronzer as well. Taking a little bit of that underneath my nose and also blending it underneath my jawline, down my neck. To further blend this into my skin, I'm just going to take the sponge and go around it, kind of on the sides, to make sure that everything is really well blended. I tried to squeeze out this pimple and now it just looks so obvious. I'm just using some leftover product around my mouth. I'm gonna use my sponge to set my under eyes as well, but first I have to blend those creases in so I don't set them in place. I'm going to use my RCMA No Color Powder, taking some out on my lid, and I'm using the other side of the sponge, the one that I did not use for the creams. I'm just pressing this underneath my eyes and bringing it down into my pores area. I love how that kind of brightens and smooths out everything. You can use this technique wherever you have a little bit more texture. So I applied a little bit on my pimple as well. I'm just gonna take this small setter brush from Real Techniques and just pick up a tiny bit of powder to apply in the center of my face. Next I'm going to use some powder bronzer as well. Again, I want this look to be very bronzy, so I'll take my Dior nude bronzer and my Morphe M405 brush, and I'm basically just going to top this foundation that I used on the sides of my face, and I'm also going to connect the shadow with my temple. So I'm just squeezing my brush like that to get a sharp end. I'm just going to do this kind of a motion to blend the shadow into my contour, into my bronzer actually. I'm gonna take the brush that I used. This was the clean blending brush that I used on my eyes. I'm taking a little bit of bronzer and connecting the shadow to a little bit of a nose contour here. This is a technique that I'm experimenting with because I do have a lot of darkness already in this corner here because of my deep set eyes, but it does look so good on others, so I'll be experimenting with it. I'm also going to bring it in my crease a little bit just to create a more cohesive look. I'm going to take this warm toned blush from Makeup Forever on this Real Techniques blush brush. I'm just going to apply it a little bit above the bronzer, and I love how that really lifts up my cheekbone and it just looks so cute. It has a little bit of sheen in it as well. I'm going to go for a warm toned highlighter as well. I'm going to use this Becca cpop highlighter. I'm going to apply it with my Sigma F03 brush. Applying it high on my cheekbone and dusting a little bit of that kind of in the center of my face. And I'm gonna take a smaller brush, highlight my inner corner with it, and my brow bone. I want an intense looking lower lash line to match the top lid, so I'm going to apply this dark brown pencil on my waterline. This is the Sephora Collection 12-hour contour in the shade Tiramisu. Just going to apply it on my waterline and maybe a little bit lower to smudge it on my lower lash line. Maybe just go in between my lashes with it. I'm gonna need my pencil brush and blend this. I'm kind of bringing it in my inner corner as well to really define my eye. And I'm also going to use the pencil to line under my lash line. For this kind of a really intense look, you don't want the skin around your eyes to show up. So even if it's like waterline or underneath your lash line, you kind of want everything to be dark and covered. I feel like this alone makes such a difference. I'm gonna take this dark brown to set the pencil into place. I'm basically just going to go above it to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And I'll pick up my Morphe 507 and just go with a little bit of this medium tone brown. This brush is helpful because the tip is so pointy, and I'm just using the tip to really go into the lower lash line without blending it too low. I usually like to go as low as my eye bag is, so if I squeeze my eye like this, I can see the eye bag here. Like I usually apply the shadow up to this point. I'm gonna apply some mascara so it has a little bit of time to dry before applying lashes. Like for sure I'm going to apply lashes today because this look is so glam, and I feel like lashes will really complete it beautifully. This is the Fenty full frontal mascara. I don't like it that much, but since I'm applying falsies, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't do much, that's why I'm not a huge fan. Doesn't really elongate, doesn't really add volume, doesn't do much. Maybe it just separates a little if you already have like perfect lashes and you just want something to make them stand out. Just basically color them in black. Maybe this one is for you. Although it kind of falls and crumbles as well. Okay, I'm gonna apply the usual lip combo, the Boys and Berries lip pencil in the shade Butter Nude. Soon I'm going to need to buy new lip pencils. Do you have any recommendations from the drugstore? Maybe besides NYX, because like I already tried NYX, I want to try something new. Maybe like Maybelline, L'Oreal, Essence, Wet n Wild, Catrice. Do they have like good lip liners? If you know, comment below. Oh, actually Essence does, because I do have a retractable lip pencil from them, and I heard the regular one, the one that you need to sharpen, is good as well. I love my Essence pencil, but it's a little bit too dark. It's kind of like a darker nude pink. I like something like this, like a nude, like a medium nude, not really light, because I do like the lipstick to be lighter and the lip pencil to be a little bit darker. But I also do like kind of brown-ish worm-toned pencils. I'm not really a huge fan of pinks, although sometimes I wear nude pinks as well. But I lean towards this kind of a nude rather than a nude pink. Which reminds me that I want to do a pink look, because I haven't done that in a while. I'm gonna take the Sleek Matte Me, just in the center. And since my lips are crusty AF lately, I'm gonna apply a little bit of gloss in the middle. The Essence Wet Lip Gloss. I really need to exfoliate my lips, I'm just lazy. So this is the look all complete. I really struggle to put on lashes, but they're on. Thing is, my eye starts watering in my inner corner, and then my makeup starts bleeding and my inner corner won't stick. So it's a journey. Anyways, hope hope you enjoyed this look. Really heavy glam. Really love this kind of a look once in a while. Also, let me know if you prefer my colorful creative looks or my glam looks. I'm curious to know. That's it, thank you so much for watching. If you watched to this point, I really appreciate you. Hope you're having an amazing day and I'll see you next time. Bye!